Gus, and today we're looking at the Radiolink RC4GS version 2. I'm pretty familiar with these radios. I have had the RC4GS version 1. I've had a couple of those, and I've had RC4GS version 2s. This is going to be my first RC4GS, so we'll take a look at the box here and see what we get with it. So first thing we got here is our manual. Nice color manual. It's got some basic operation settings for doing models, binding on there, setting up the gyro, and mixing, throttle reversing. Pretty typical stuff. This radio pretty much can do whatever you want. This radio let you change the channel for the auxiliary channels, or I should say the button for the auxiliary channels, so that way you can change it from, if you want it on one switch, you can put it on a different switch. It's a very nice setup. It comes with the R6FG receiver. And these are a high voltage, so you can go up to 10 volts, so you don't have to worry about normal use. You don't have to worry about blowing your receiver out from typical. You only usually go up to like 8.4 volts. The RC6 actually comes with the receiver that has the telemetry setup. One thing I do like about the version 2s over the version 1s is the feel. They have a really nice feel to them. Steering wheels have a nice feel. And then you can set up your gyro in here, so it can do throttle cut and steering assist, or you can turn it for steering assist only. You can set it up for internal, or you can actually have it set up for on your VR switch here, so you can actually adjust your gyro with your switch here. Got our channel buttons here and here. We got SWA, SWD, which would be your third and fourth channel. Throttle trim, steering trim, auxiliary trim, on-off switch, USB. That does have a input. One thing I do like about these compared to a lot of other radios is you can actually just pop out your battery tray like so, and then you can just pop in a LiPo, and that's usually what I do with mine, and that way I don't have to deal with the batteries, because they do require 6 AA's, and I usually just put a 2-cell LiPo in there. Okay, as you can see here, it tells you how many volts are in there from the battery. Shows where your steering trims are, your throttle trim, your model name. Push both these, get in here. Got your language, your model, input adjustment. Exponential, your speed, that's for your throttle, your steering, throttle, ABS, Excel, idle up for nitro vehicles, sub trims, reversing, dual rates, and we got our mixing setups here. Got your auxiliary channels, which allows you to change if you want, depending on which switch. Like right now it has channel 3 set up on the VR button, and if we want to change it to the SWD button, now channel 3 is now this button. That's how you set your name for your model. You can have alarms for time. And that is your gyro. You can have the mix on. That's VR if you want it to function off of your VR switch here. You can see how that goes up and down. And you turn mix off, and then it does not affect the throttle when it's only steering. That's your fail-safe settings. And then of course got to reset. One thing that this one has that I really like that a lot of them do not is your mixing options and this here. A lot of them, like on my FlySky GT5, does not allow you to actually switch your buttons. The only way to switch the buttons is to switch where they're plugged in on the receiver. This makes it handy, especially like on this one, or even more so like on the RC4GS, when you have multiple buttons. If you want certain things on a certain type of switch, you can actually switch those around without having to pull your receiver box open. You can just switch them on here. Now we got our mixing. You can mix in whichever channel you want. So whatever mixing you need to do, four-wheel steer, you can pretty much mix in whatever you would ever need. So I know some of the fifth scale electric cars, well, where they run electric, but then they'll run brakes, like mechanical brakes as well. It would be nice, you could mix in your mechanical brake in here, and then you actually have trim for the mechanical brake on a separate setting, so you don't mess with your speed control. That's one option I know that I've seen used on there. The other good function of this radio is the range. It'd be great for like FPV. That way you can drive it around and put a camera on there and sit in your house, and I might actually try that out. This one I'm planning on putting in the Xmaxx though, and that's what we're going to be working on next, is throwing this in the Xmaxx, showing how to bind her up, turn on the gyro and everything like that. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, we're working on putting the receiver in here. I pulled out the old one, pulled my cap out of the Xmaxx here. I got the new one plugged in, and as always, number one is steering, number two is your throttle. So I got my speed control plugged into 2, steering into number 1. So first thing we gotta do is, I don't use the gyro very much, but when my son drives, he does use that quite often, so we're gonna have to turn that on. So first thing I gotta do is turn my radio on, turn the truck on. And it's kind of hard to see, but if you can see here, the light is green. So what we need to do to turn the gyro on is push it 3 times. This little button down in here. 1, 2, 3. And it'll flash. And now you can see the gyro is on. Now I gotta take this and stick it down in here and test to see if I have to reverse it or not. Okay, I did check that, and it is going backwards. So what we need to do is we need to push this twice, real quick, within 1 second, and then it switches it. So 1, 2. That should be okay. We got that all set up. I just gotta use some sticky tape, double-sided tape, stick that on there, and run my wires in there, and we're good to go. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust our steering endpoints. We just need to turn it so we can tell the. You listen, maybe you can't hear it on there, but it's a little too far. So what we do is we go into our radio here. Endpoint adjustment. Steering. And what I do is, that's the left. I just turn it down a ways. Hear the servo buzzing. Set that one there. Servo's buzzing too far. Set that one there. So we got full travel, and then it's not overworking the servo when you turn it all the way. And then you can also, I usually don't, but you can set your steering exponential and the speed throttle exponential. The throttle exponential is kind of nice because these are a little touchy, and that gives you the ability to kind of take some of the edge off. The Xmaxx isn't as bad as the Max is, so I think for now I'm going to leave that as is. ABS I never use, and then mix set off, and right now I got the 0 with the VR, so when we turn her up, our switch goes, it turns it up and down. Now, after I change the name for the model, of course it says Xmaxx up there. So next thing we got to do is I have to calibrate the ESC. Oh, I forgot one thing. I need to reverse the throttle. Now, no, that's correct. Alright, so we're going to set the ESC to go with the radio, and then she's ready to go. Alright, we got her outside. Going to give the radio a test here and see how she works. What do you think, Poopy, huh? Right now I got the
thing I like about this radio is it's got a real nice potentiometer in the steering. Makes the steering more precise and controllable. There he is. It's a beautiful 15 degrees out here today. What do you think, Poopy? You think the snow's too deep out there? It looks like it. Why don't you go get that for me? Go get it! Go get it! Go get it! Yeah, the snow's deep out here, ain't it? Yeah, it's the snow deep out here. Oh, we won't do that again. Uh-oh. It's a little steep over there. Oh, I should have kept in, or I could have did a backflip. Uh-oh, hit the pole. Likes that pole. Not quite. It didn't look that deep over here. Oh, it's deep. What do you think? Yeah, we don't know. get this hill broke in yet, won't we? Huh? Oh, looks like we have to get those capture pins for this. She didn't break nothing, I just pulled the pin out. Yeah, this is a definitely a great radio. Can't complain at all. It's well worth the money. It's got all the functionality of the much more expensive radios for a fraction of the price. Great range. It has the great potentiometers. The throttle feels great. Everything's adjustable. The mixing, you got your, you can have it set up for your gyro or ABC TSM style gyro set up on there. You can turn the throttle control off of that of the gyro control. You can put a LiPo battery in it. But yeah, it's definitely a good radio. This will be my fourth one now, and that's why it's definitely a good value. That's all we got today. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.